All right, y'all ain't know how stepping with Marcus J is live. We are in the building. We have an outstanding show as we do every single Monday night. We have a flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. We got special guests in the building. It's the fourth Monday of the month. We got our sister Dating Pool Diva with the Diva Diaries. I'll give you the skinny on who the special guests are on the other side. You're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. That's me, y'all, and we live right now.
Yeah. It's about that time. It's about that time to get. Yeah.
Button your lip, open your ears, strap on your thinking cap. Socially conscious talk that's entertaining with a dash of humor and the top sports stories of the week. It's time for Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J.
Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores at the buzzer. Michael Jordan has won it for Chicago. Manning lobs it. Burris alone. Touchdown, New York.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. He hits one deep to right center. That ball is out of here. The Yankees win the pennant.
If they lying, then they must be half stepping. Ain't no half step on Marcus J is live. We are in the building. Be down with us tonight at 804-402-2893. Be down with the flagship show, heard live from the den of Legacy Internet Radio. Thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate those folks that are checking us out on Facebook Live. Thanking those folks that are checking us out on Facebook and Streamer and legacyinternetradio.com and Stream Licensing. Is because y'all rock with us every single Monday night. That's why we roll with y'all. We got a lot of special fun stuff for y'all tonight. As I alluded to on the other side, we've got our Dating Pool Diva in the building. What's going on, Diva?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing today? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding, man. It's Monday. I always feel good on Mondays.
Oh, really?
I get to come in here and talk to the people, have a little fun, I get to hang out. You on the fourth Monday, so it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. Good to be here.
Word. Of course, she's making her long-awaited return to the airways of Legacy Internet Radio. She's my sister. She's a singer, a songwriter, entrepreneur. She a rapper, producer, doing all that kind of stuff. And we're going to talk to her about this new thing she's doing in the next segment. But she's also an actress now.
Yeah.
My sister Jody Smith.
Wagwan Legacy Internet Radio.
What it do?
Nothing much, man. Thank you for having me.
Outstanding. It's good to see you. You home,
Good
man.
to see you, too. I've always been a character for the actress thing, unless you want to get into that later on.
Yeah, we definitely going to get into that. I look forward to hearing about this because you doing something special. So
Well,
Yeah.
I tried. Thank you.
You definitely tried. So Ain't No Hashtag Marcus J is proud and honored to introduce our first guest of the night. He is trying to figure out which one of my mics is giving me that feedback, y'all. Proud to introduce our brother. He is an entrepreneur. He's also a singer himself and a drummer for the Burning Fire Reggae Band. He got some other stuff that he does as well. Proud and happy to introduce our brother Joe Bailey. What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing, man? Thank you for welcoming me to your show.
Man, we appreciate
Happy
you,
to
man.
be here.
We appreciate you, man. It's good to see you. I look forward to rapping to you, man, because you know, I've been watching you. Met about a month ago, and I've seen a lot of really cool things coming from you. So I look forward to, building and letting the listeners hear a little bit about what you do. I guess the first time I met you was at the Bob Marley birthday celebration last month.
Exactly.
And you guys performed there. So tell me a little bit about the band. What you guys, how long you been in existence? What do you guys, what do you do?
Well, Burning Fire, the band itself, has been in existence about a year or two. I recently been playing with them percussions and doing most of the singing and a select few songs. It's made up of an eclectic group of guys. It's about 2 different groups inside of one band.
Okay.
So the father of the band, his name is Ernest Williams, and his son name is Armani Williams. All the boys in the family play drums.
Wow. Okay.
So this is like their project.
Okay.
And I'm just coming aboard and trying to enhance what they're doing with
Okay.
some original songs that I wrote for my own CD.
Okay.
And also doing some cover tunes that they select for various shows.
Well, I can tell you I'm a pure reggae head, being somebody that's from Jersey City, New Jersey. That's something that we've always been fond of up north. I don't hear it too much down here in the Richmond, Virginia area. So when I caught wind of you guys and when I saw you guys perform, when you said eclectic, you guys are definitely that. You know, a lot of times when you see a reggae band or you hear of a reggae band, you expect to see a bunch of cats with long dreads and things of that sort. Now you got the dreads, but your crew,
Right? Yeah, everyone is
everybody's
definitely
different.
doesn't fit that look.
Right.
And it's just we want to come together and just. It's about creativity.
Right.
What you're bringing out is not really a look. It's about what you got inside. Everybody has something to bring to the table.
Right.
So we want to bring everybody, whatever your style is, we try to bring it as one melting pot, like gumbo.
Right. Well, how long you been rocking with the band?
I've been rocking with the band for about a year and a half.
About a year and a half. Now, music, it's not something that you just start doing, so I'm guessing you've been doing music for a while.
Yeah.
What were you doing before the band?
Well, before the band, I had my own band.
Okay.
Actually, I played with a band called Job Revelations for about 2 years. I also played with a band called Razor Posse. That's one of the bands I played with, which was the offspring of Awareness Art Ensemble.
Okay.
So with me, though, the music thing started like at, age of 10. My dad got me involved with playing drums, and I've been traveling ever since and never looked back.
Really?
I've traveled a couple of places to like Luxembourg, Sweden, Holland, Italy, Toronto, Trinidad, just playing African drums.
Wow. And I see you got them there, right there in front of you. I think if I asked real nice, I might be able to get you to play a little something before the end of the night.
Oh yeah, I'll be honored.
if I ask nice and
Yeah,
whatnot,
I'll be
we're
honored.
gonna definitely do that. Before we get to that, what I want to do is I want to give the listeners a little bit of a taste of what the band sounds like, kind of in your habitat, for lack of a better phrase. So I'm gonna shut the mics down for just a minute, give the listeners an opportunity to hear how you guys rock, and then we'll hear a little bit from you here in the studio. Hold tight, folks. sit here and listen to you do that joint all night long. I could sit here and listen to that all night long. When you do that, do you have in your head like a song that you're playing? As someone who's not familiar music, I'm just not musically inclined. So I guess the easiest question, like, was you freestyling basically?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Was that the right question?
Yes, that's the right question. And a lot of when you're doing this, it's like it's talking.
Right.
So like some rhythms are actually rhythms that I'll play, like 6/8 or 4/4. They got timing. But most of the time, if you ask me to do something, I think about talking.
Okay.
So I'm just expressing myself.
Okay.
Verbally.
Okay. And so there are things that you obviously can play in a song that has been predetermined, but just now you're having a conversation with your drum.
Exactly.
And your drum is basically giving us what you're saying. I
Right.
got you.
Exactly.
I got you.
Everything I say, I can play.
Okay. I mean, it's dope too because, you know, as African people, you know, when you hear a drum like that, it automatically takes you
Right.
somewhere. You know what I'm
It
saying?
moves you.
Yeah. I'm sitting there listening to that joint. I feel like I'm supposed to be crossing the river or something.
Right. I'm with you too. I'm over here like, oh.
You know what I mean? Like, for real, it's just dope, man. It's a lot of talent. And you said you've been playing since you're about 10 years old?
Yes. My dad got me and my brother started.
Okay.
My brother, he is tall. He's about 6'4". So he went on and started playing basketball. However, in the beginning, it was like a competition thing.
Okay.
I wasn't going to let my brother get better than me,
Right.
you know, playing the drums.
Right.
So we went back and forth at it, and then
Right.
he went towards basketball, and I stuck with it.
Okay.
And I got better and better. And then the next year, he went to go play basketball. I went to Europe.
Okay. Now, when you say the drums, I think a lot of us, at least American type of thought process, you're thinking playing
Right,
the
with
drums.
sticks.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
with the sticks. Are you trained or can you do that as well? Or is this more your lane?
This is more my thing. Djembe. This drum right here is a djembe.
Okay.
And djembe and African drums is more my thing, but I can play the set a little bit.
Okay.
I also play alto sax.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Any other instruments that you play?
Sing.
Okay, well, that's an instrument.
Voice, definitely.
That is definitely
Yeah.
that's definitely instrument. Now you're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. We're talking to our brother Joe Bailey, who he's an all around guy, man. We obviously talked about the band that he's in called Burning Fire Reggae Band. But I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the other things that you're into. You've got a couple of companies. The first one I want to talk to you about is Jamaica Music Machine. Talk to me about that. What is that?
Okay, Jamaica Music Machine is actually the mother company to, we make music. We do, actually we're into like a Jamaican sound system.
Okay.
And we actually compete with other sound systems for trophies and money. That's the first thing that we do.
Okay.
As a music sound system.
Okay.
Okay, and it's Jamaican because I'm a co-owner of this company and my partner is from Jamaica.
Okay.
So that's why it's Jamaican-oriented things that we do. The T-shirts that we have, you see me wearing right now,
Right.
Jamaica Music Machine. This is the brand that we have. This is the brand that we put out.
Okay.
Whenever you see us and it's dealing with, you know, the company is dealing with basically Star of Judah. It's dealing with the Lion of Judah, and it's going right back to roots and dealing with Jamaican culture
Right.
and African culture.
Now, I'm familiar with it, but why don't you let the listeners know about what the Lion of Judah and why that's so important? There's a specific culture that we're referencing with regards to the music. It's the Rastafarian culture
Yes.
in the music. Can you share with us why that is kind of, you know,
Yes.
a part of what you guys are doing?
The main reason that we always promote the Lion of Judah, when you listen to the word Jah, Rastafari, Jah means head, Rastafari means creator. So this lion right here, the Lion of Judah, is symbolizing that.
Right.
And when you hear people say the Lion of Judah and you hear Jah, Rastafari, that's what they're meaning. They're meaning that this is the head creation of things. It's also, the main thing that we want to put out is that it's about positive vibes. It's about uplifting people through not religion, but a way of life.
Right.
And the way of life is being pure to what you think about, you know, God
Right.
and expressing it.
Tell me about the sound systems.
The sound system that we have right now is, we are one of the #1 sound systems in this area, Virginia. The reason being, we do dubs. So that means that we have artists come from different places. They can be famous or not. If they sing on our label and they do a dub plate with us, we play that dub plate at the next party or the next event. And whoever has the most dub plates is the person who wins the contest.
Now tell us what the dub plate is.
Now the dub plate is like, say you have a song and you sing your own song and say your song is My One and Only.
Right.
Instead of singing My One and Only, you say Jamaica is my one and only.
Right.
So now they're letting people know that they're on Jamaica's label and they're bigging up Jamaica.
Right.
And that's the way that they get publicity themselves.
Right.
And they also publicize us and give us publicity.
You know, for those folks who are fans of reggae music, you know, you probably know you guys are doing similar to what like Leslie Kong was doing in Jamaica in the 60s.
Right.
And of course Jimmy Cliff and what
Right.
those guys was doing
Right.
in the 60s. Joe Higgs,
Right.
what he was doing in the
Right.
60s and 70s. And these are people who are contemporaries and actually producers, of course, of Bob Marley. So it's dope that y'all are still doing that.
Exactly.
And especially not only are you doing it in the States, but in a place like Virginia where there isn't as strong of a reggae culture, and you're giving those of us who really want it, you're giving it to us. And, you know, when you said the dub, I was like, well, okay, that's cool, because I know, you know, from just studying the culture a little bit, you know, that's something that was very, very popular back then, and you keeping it going. So that's real cool. Tell us about the shirts. You know, folks want to get a shirt. How can they go about getting them?
Well, if you want to purchase one of these shirts, we have an online store. It's Jamaica Music Machine at myshopify.com. The T-shirts are online. They're $25 for the T-shirts. If you want a hoodie, we have hoodies. They're $35. We just came out with some female versions of the shirts, and the nice hot pink is selling like wildfire.
Yeah.
So we would like for everyone to just tune in to that. YouTube, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Everything is under Jamaica Music Machine and Joe Bailey.
Okay. All right. You're doing one other thing that I want to get to, excuse me, and that is the island catering. Now, that's the one that got my attention. They all got my attention.
Right.
But I think everybody want to eat.
Yeah.
Island catering, what's that about?
Island catering is our giving back to the culture through food. We have a lot of people that love Jamaican food, especially in Virginia. We've oxtails to all kind of Jamaican food. We went to one of the events that we went to was Virginia State Homecoming, and we set up and did the whole entrees of oxtails, fish, and we stood out there for about 2 hours. We sold out. That's how the food has been going. And the next event that we went to was the Kwanzaa event that happens every year. It was at the Altria Theater. We stayed out there and we sold out in about 3 hours. So the food is delicious. You have to come. Island Catering. When you see that, whenever you see that sign, Island Catering, that's Jamaica. We're out there. We're trying to give you some of that great food, authentic Jamaican food.
804-402-2893 is the number to dial if you want to talk with our brother Joe Bailey of a lot of stuff. Of course. Burning Fire Reggae Band, Jamaica Music Machine, as well as Island Catering are the three things that we're talking about here today. Shout out to our brother Hakeem, who's checking us out. He's saying peace to the crew, 502 baby all day, every day. That's his shout out to us here on the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half step on Marcus J. 804-402-2893. Let me ask you, Joe, have you figured out a way to kind of merge all of those entities together, or is it kind of, keeping it separate? Because there's definitely an island / reggae / Jamaican theme that's running through your businesses, which is pretty clear, pretty obvious. Is that by design? Do they kind of work in concert with each other?
Actually, when we started the business, my best friend and business partner, Mikey Dredd, he was the one who, thought about, like, what if we do some catering? What if we do, the T-shirts? But the names and things, everything was done separately, and they just kind of came collectively together afterwards.
Right.
So it wasn't done, from the start that way.
Right.
But it seems like where we're going, in the direction that we're going, it's going to merge anyway.
Okay.
So that, along with music, live music, African drumming, along with the food, I think it's kind of like just a culture within itself. that's going to bring us together and make us one company.
Tell us about what you got coming up. What kind of events? Where can people see the band coming up? It's the time of year where it's starting to get warm.
Yes.
And we know when you think about heat and you think about warm, you think about Jamaica. You think about Jamaica, you start thinking about that music. So when can we see you?
April the 8th, I'll be at Jockey's, it's called now. It used to be called Elliott's off of Laburnum, April the 8th.
Okay.
That show starts at about 8 o'clock. We'll also have a show on April the 15th. We'll be at The Rocks.
Okay.
That's a show downtown, Richmond. And then I believe I have something April the 22nd as well. And every Sunday, I also teach African drums to anyone who want to learn beginning African drum classes between 4 and 6 at Virginia Center Commons. And I can give you that address.
Yeah, definitely. Because I want to make sure those folks locally who, want to make sure that they are a part of what you're doing, they can find you, they know where to get you, because they can follow the sound of those drums.
That's what
and once they start following the sound of those drums, and what their sniffer starts going, they start smelling that food. the next thing you know, you're going to have a whole bunch of people you didn't know that you had rocking with you. 804-402-2893. Tell us one more time. You got the 8th at Jackie's.
Yes.
That's the new place. I know that you said Elliott's. It used to be Elliott's.
It used to be called Elliott's, and now it's called Jockey's.
Okay.
And that's off Laburnum. And then the 15th, we're going to be playing at a place called the Rocks.
Okay.
And that's in Richmond on the south side.
Do you guys have any recordings, like any CDs or anything like that people could get so that they can sit in the car and rock with you?
We actually do have some CDs, and if you go to the website where the T-shirts are, I'm going to give you that website again.
Yes, please.
It's going to be Ja Mecca Music Machine, myshopify.com.
Ja
Mecca Music Machine, myshopify.com. You have to put a slash between each word.
All right.
Yeah, it's Ja Mecca Music Machine, My Shopify. My Shopify.
MyShopify.com. All one word.
Yeah.
Shop.
Ja Mecca Music Machine, myshopify.com.
All right. Definitely want to see about making sure that we add that to our website and our social media. And quite frankly, I want to go and get some of that music myself.
Exactly.
So,
CDs, T-shirts, hoodies, you name it.
Yeah.
It's there.
And you know how to step on Marcus J. Live from the Den. Legacy Internet Radio. Joe, I want to have you hang out with us for a little while. You got some time?
I do.
Absolutely. We're going to take our first break of the night. And when we come back, we're going to have our sister, Jody Smith. She's going to tell us what's going on with her. And, we're going to have a little conversation later on. We got 2 musicians in the room.
Singer.
We got Dating Pool Diva in the room. We've got a Legacy Internet Radio family member that slipped in behind us. I might be able to entice that person to grab a mic. We'll see. You're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. We'll be back in a few minutes, y'all. Stay with us.
What up, everybody? It's your girl, Jody Smith, JMM, Jody Music Mixtape. It's a classic. Get at my dude, Marcus J, on Legacy Internet Radio. Ain't no half stepping. Get your own JMM mixtape. Hit me up, Jody Smith, on Facebook, Jody Music, Jody Music. Or you can hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. They're both Jody_804. Get at me on YouTube. That's Jody the Artist. Check out some of my footage, some of my videos. You can listen in on SoundCloud, Jody Smith Music, or just give me a call at 1-262-JODY-804. That's 1-262-JODY-804.